What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Alex here, and today we're diving into something that I'm genuinely pretty excited about. I've been watching this market absolutely explode over the past couple of months, and that is going to be premium personalized gifts. And here's the thing, if you have a UV DTF printer or even just a standard DTF printer, you are sitting on an absolute gold mine. But what most people leave on the table, they're thinking too small. They're making one-off custom mugs or t-shirts instead of actually building a product and product collections that bring people back year after year. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the exact strategy to turn your printing into actual high-ticket emotional gifts that sell themselves. This isn't going to be about volume. This is going to be about value. And I'm going to be showing you the exact positioning for your products so that you're not having to compete on price. You can go towards that blue ocean and start competing on feeling. Now, there are kind of 4 pillars to really make this work, and we are going to be breaking them all down. We're talking about high-end gift bundles, emotional storytelling, seasonal limited editions, and even some premium packaging upgrades. If you are getting these right, at the end of the day, you're not going to be selling products anymore. You're going to be selling those moments. So let's actually kick this off, though, with something that I think works for every single season. And that can honestly just be a family tree ornament set. So, okay, so the concept you're probably familiar with. If you're creating a complete set, you're going to need a founding parent ornament. You can do that in some sort of like frosted acrylic or whatever it is. And then actual smaller clear sized ornaments. And for each of those ornaments, you're going to want to put the family members' names, maybe the year that they were born, maybe even a silhouette icon. Everything a part of it is really going to tell a story. And with all of this, the magic that you can really run into is that UV DTF is going to be able to print all of those details, every little tiny loop in the name, every little aspect of the details and the icons in the design. It's all going to come through crystal clear, high resolution. You're not going to have to worry about any blurriness or anything that is going to be undesirable for your customers. But listen, the real message here is not that you're going to be starting to sell ornaments. It's that you're really positioning this as a first Christmas in your new home. Celebrate your new life together with this Christmas ornament. You're kind of doing a actual like themed event rather than just selling the ornaments, like I was saying. So this can be applicable for so many different things. If you're doing like military families, blended families, whatever it is, people, they don't want to start all over, but they still want that family connection. And for what it's worth, it seems like ornaments can really be a thing that does that. And they want that decoration. They want this is our family, this is our new beginning. And that is something that they're willing to pay for, especially around the holidays. And I would say, as for the cost on this, you're looking at maybe roughly like $6 in materials for a family of 4. And retail price, I mean, I don't see why you couldn't get maybe like $79 minimum on that. Maybe even a little less. You can go down to like 59. And where it actually starts to get good is that every single year, that customer is going to be coming back. If they have a new baby, they're going to need another ornament. A foster child joining the family, I don't really know where that example came from in my head, but any case is going to be a good reason to get another ornament on their tree. And at the end of the day, going to make that customer a customer of yours for life. That is that lifetime value that people always talk about. That's the number that we really should be optimizing for. And that's going to be really the whole game. So now that we have all 4 of these categories, these are going to be the ones that are absolutely crushing it right now. And we're going to dig into each one. But I really wanted you to see kind of from what could be just ultimately like a limited edition holiday collection And I got some really cool ideas for like personalized video frames. Those seem to be really popular nowadays, to just kind of more getting in the line of selling experiences rather than just selling products and everyday items. You want it to become a family heirloom, and this is going to be what premium looks like. This is what actually sells. All right, so first things first, I think that this is going to be a big one for anybody who is a pet owner, anyone who does have a pet at home. Pet parents, they spend money, man. If you're not looking into this market, if you're not actually tapping in, you're leaving some serious money on the table. It's something like 65% of Americans in the US are pet owners. And what's really actually wild is that sometimes there's more pet owners who will actually spend more on a personalized gift for their pets than they will for themselves. So let's take advantage of that. Here's the bundle that I kind of created to go along with everything here. You can do a DTF on a custom bandana for a dog, and your cost on that, probably looking at what, $2 for the bandana, and as for the DTF transfer, maybe an extra $1. So that's a really good option. And then I think something that you can pair that with is going to be that acrylic ornament. These things are really popular. You can get them down at the dollar store for like $1.20, and combine that with a nice UV DTF transfer. You're in at what, like $3.50 of materials. And I think that this is a bundle that you could easily sell for maybe upwards of like $45. I mean, it's a custom thing at the end of the day. But I would say the real expansion play is that you're not done. Because again, when March rolls around, you can email them something like Spring Adventure Bundle, get a portable water bottle bowl, and you can apply the dog's name with DTF, and you already have the dog's name. So it's just another thing that you can use in your email marketing and personalize the email, get the touch points up, and try and, what are we talking about? Increase the customer value. You guys know, come on, let's go. So all of these products that I'm going to be showing you, and this is just the first one, are going to be aligned some sort along the lines of being able to continue offering the customers new products throughout the year. This isn't going to be a one-time customer sale. We want this customer coming back again and again to our shop, knowing that we are the ones who personalize and customize their item. But honestly, it's not even just related to that, because you can kind of keep the frame that your customer may have of purchasing from you seasonally. So going back to that spring example, if you did do something where it was you offered a spring outdoor collection on top of the Christmas offer that you acquired the customer for, you could then sell them something in June, something like a pet bandana and a travel bag. And if you get some matching designs on that, like, you've trained your customer to not just like know you for the custom personalized aspect, but you've kind of trained them to buy from you seasonally. At the end of the day, they know 4 times a year they're going to be getting some stuff from your transfers, from Bella's first Christmas, whatever it is, because they know that memory is locked in their head. And that's recurring revenue at the end of the day. That is recurring money coming in the door on autopilot, and your customer doesn't even really have to feel like they're being sold to. I mean, they're just excited at the end of the day. They get a nice UV DTF transfer with their dog's name on it, and you can get them excited about the next drop that you can launch in the spring, in the summer, whenever it is. It's all going to be something that you can use to increase the recurring revenue for your customers. But I think on the note of kind of timing really is, it's everything, right? And January is when people are kind of like most vulnerable to emotional purchasing. They want to change. They want to believe in themselves. They're ready. And now here you can offer them the Fresh Start Bundle. You've got a nice custom goal hoodie. So here you can put 2026, Sarah's year of growth, and then you can really write whatever you want on here. So if you want to make it something where it's like Sarah's year of growth, or Sarah's year of confidence, Sarah's year of adventure, whatever really resonates, you can even have it where your customers go onto your website and they place it on themselves. And then if you pair that with something like a vision board plaque, you can literally just like use UV DTF on that. It's the same acrylic that you were using before for the ornaments and for the other things that I think I have to show those in a little bit later, but we'll get to those later in the video if we haven't already. And all of that total cost, you're looking at maybe like 16 bucks all in for your cost, including the acrylic sheet, including the hoodie, the UV, and the DTF transfer. And what do we think for the retail on that? I would say like maybe 60, 70, 85 bucks. I think you could get that easy. But again, it's about what? It's about the positioning. The positioning is going to be what really makes this what makes this sing. And at the end of the day, you don't want to say that you're just selling a hoodie and a plaque. You want to say that you're selling the finally do the thing bundle, or since you're including that vision mapping worksheet, you can include a QR code that they can then share with their accountability partner. And that way, like, you're not really adding any extra or actual costs on your end, but you've really completely changed the perceived value. And you went from selling just merchandise to really selling a transformation. You're selling Sarah's year of growth, Sarah's year of confidence, Sarah's year of adventure. And that's what you want to be putting in your marketing. That's what you want to be putting in your promotional materials and getting the word out to your customers that way. My buddy literally just texted me and he sent me all of these designs asking if they were going to work for printing on t-shirts. And for any of you guys who can tell, these are not. Why? They have a background. If you guys are looking to generate AI artwork, trydesigngen.com is completely free. You can generate artwork that is made for printing. All of the artwork that is generated comes with no backgrounds applied to them. And look at this, guys. This was a actual DesignGen result. I just created this 10 minutes, got it sent to him. He's going to go ahead and use this one. trydesigngen.com. If you need backgrounds removed, upscaling, vectorize, all for free, trydesigngen.com. But when you actually do see like this light coming through the acrylic, and you can maybe even call it like crystal, it in a way justifies like the higher price point. So for something like this, you are going to have to kind of worry about the competitiveness, because there is a lot of people out there who are selling something like this. So you have to kind of match the market. But I think if you're doing something that is not something that other sellers on Etsy, on Shopify, or whatever are selling, that you could command a high price for these just based off of the perceived value. I think that 60 to maybe even like 120. I think that some people would push it to 150 even, because music is something that we all can really just come together around. And it is something that is an emotional driver for people. It is a big thing in a lot of people's life. And if you're someone who is like that, there's honestly no amount to the limit that you're going to spend to get that music fix. And I mean, I don't think there's any other thing that we need to kind of say on that. Then just look at the fees that Live Nation charges to go to a concert. And the other thing is going to be that you have a lot of options here. So you can offer the customers a custom song with their Spotify plaque. You can do a gamer tag that says now live. You can do a star map plaque collection with all of the three combined. So you can do the Spotify song and their gamer tag and their like sign or astrological sign or whatever it is. I don't know any of that stuff, guys. But with all of that said, at the end of the day, your cost is going to be like maybe $5, because you're only having to pay for the LED base and the acrylic kind of like sheet or plaque. So $5, and the perceived value, like I've been saying, is going to be completely different. That's going to be actual outcome-based pricing, where you're not charging for materials. You're doing what? I said this at the beginning. You're charging for emotion. You're charging for the memories that this is going to create. Oh man, I remember like literally this Starship thing that I have on my desk right here. I know that Michaela got this for me for my birthday, and this is going to be something that I cherish. I keep on my desk. I am reminded of every single day. And that's something that you can now offer to your customers by offering it a little bit of a non-traditional way where you can do it with the UV DTF rather than a laser, which is what everybody previously has been using to make these acrylic signs. You can now do it with UV DTF. Okay, and then we are almost done, but I want to go over some quick ones here. Heirloom cutting boards, I think this one hits a little bit different because if you were to take like a picture of grandma's handwritten recipe and like the recipe cards that I'm sure we all have at home, someone, our mothers, whatever it is, all of the stains, all of like the imperfections and everything that actually does make it real, and you print that out as a UV DTF transfer and put that on like a nice premium bamboo cutting board. I think if you did this like at 11 by 17 and you got one of the nice like pre-oiled food safe cutting boards, your cost is going to be like high. This is going to be probably one of the higher cost items that we have, but like maybe you can assume a max case of like $30 for your cost on the cutting board, including the DTF or the UV DTF transfer. I'm sorry. So your cost 25, $30, but then I think the value that you could charge for something like this, man, what do we think? This is a high thing. So one, it is a little competitive. There's a lot of people doing it out there, but what there isn't people doing is putting full color logos, full color images, designs, whatever that we can do with our UV transfers. Nobody is doing that on cutting boards right now. So that could be something that is a little bit of a differentiating factor for you to stand out in the market. But with all of that said, I think you could get 125 minimum for something like this. And again, it's because of that emotional value. You're selling the connection, you're selling the story and the memory rather than just a simple cutting board. I mean, odds are they may not even use this cutting board. It's going to be a memory, a statement, something that they keep for the cherishing and the, what's the word I'm looking for? The recollection. I don't even know if that's what I'm looking for. The good memories, the good time. And then for the rounding out here, this one is a little sad, but it's going to be something that I think if we are honest, we know that is going to sell, because with this one, it's a little bit different because you're not just like really selling to a consumer. In a sense, you could really be building like a B2B relationship. So with something like these like pet garden memorial slates, you're using like real slate. So this is going to be like 5 pounds. It's going to be durable. It's actually going to be like a pretty dignified way of like memorializing and showing your like care for the pet or whoever it is, I guess, in the like the stone, right? The memorial stone. So I think something like this, using UV DTF to actually decorate and apply something like a pet name and the years that they were alive, the dates, that can be a really impactful thing, guys. And I know a lot of us, we don't like thinking about it. If Michaela, my partner, is watching this video, she's probably a little upset right now because she's somebody who doesn't even like thinking about their pets when that time comes. But it's just like, think about that right there. That feeling, right, that you may or may not be feeling when you're watching this video is something that we can, for better or worse, exploit. And that's going to be something that, again, guys, I don't really want to like, it's not fun to say, and it's like a sucky thing to say, but it's like someone's going to do it at the end of the day. So it's, do we want to be the ones who is actually able to build a valuable customer connection, offer value, provide a good, dignified, durable service? And if we can, doing it with something like these slate pet memorial garden slates can really be a great way. And your cost on this is, it's going to be high. I would assume probably like $85. And that's going to just depend on, I think, where you can actually get the slates from. But when it comes to the cost to the consumer, I think that you can easily start charging like $199 for some of the smaller sizes, all the way up to maybe even like $2, $3, $4.99. And that's going to be all dependent on the size, the color, maybe if you wanted to do single color, full color, all of that. It's going to be a big difference. And I get it, guys. Not something that is the most fun to talk about, but I think that a good way that you can kind of market this and structure it would be to play to the veterinary offices. So, I mean, what? Again, vets, they have like zero quality options for an actual like grieving client, and it's something that they deal with all day. So if they had something that they could actually like offer this grieving customer who's in their waiting room or in their lobby, in their, what's that? I don't really know what like the room is when you're in there with the vet. You know what I'm talking about. If they had something that they could actually offer their clients, something dignified, and you were able to like wholesale these to that vet for $100-$120, you're making $40. The vet can sell them for maybe $150, and everybody makes a little bit of money. The vet moves 5, maybe 10 units a month. That's some good money though. That's like $2,000 that could be in your pocket from just cultivating the relationship with one single vet in your area. So thinking about things from outside of the box, just like that example, can really be the thing to you really making some real money. And when you're doing things like this and you're actually providing comfort, value, and resources to possibly people in pain, that is the best kind of business that can actually deliver on making a difference, on making people feel good, on actually doing what we all say we are going to do. So rounding everything out, finishing it up, we're going to end things off here on another one with the heartstrings. So this is something that I've been seeing a lot on social media, and it's more along the lines of where tech meets emotion. So this is where it gets really interesting. If you're able to scan a UV DTF QR code onto like a piece of acrylic or brushed metal, when someone scans it, it will pull up a private video. Maybe it's like birthday wishes, anniversary memories, a loved one's voice, or like a message from a grandparent. Come on, guys. Come on. That is so impactful. And your cost for all of that, again, there's no more extra cost to you other than the cost of the acrylic and the UV DTF transfer. So your cost, you're probably looking at like $5, and the price that you could charge for something like this, I think you're looking at maybe like $60, $75. But this is the one thing that I kind of didn't want to share this with you guys because it's a pretty damn good idea if I do say so myself. But I'm not someone who likes to gatekeep. I like to share all of the different ideas that we and you guys come up with here on the channel with you so that we can, one, grow our community of heat transfer people. If you're still watching this far in the video and you're not, get subscribed. But two, I don't really believe in gatekeeping. Screw that crap. I think that a really good way that you can get some reoccurring subscription revenue would be to say you buy this and you include 1 year of private video hosting for free. After that, maybe you do like an additional year for $99 a year, or if you want to do month to month, $9.99 a month. Not too bad. I mean, the hosting costs for something like this is going to be literally like pennies to you, and they're obviously not going to cancel that because that's where their precious daughter's first steps are going to be. And if then they kind of have to throw away that whole like QR code frame. So I don't know, guys. No one's going to throw away their dad's last birthday message. And at the end of the day, what are we doing here? We're not really just like charging for the storage or charging for the acrylic and the UV. We're charging for the memories, the preservation of memories, I should say. And something like that is really genuinely priceless. So you can even offer upgrades, $29 to add 2 more videos, $49, and you can create like a whole digital frame and cycle through the different ones. There's so many different things that you can do to actually like drive the value up. And with just one of those, you've turned what maybe was a $75 one-time sale into that reoccurring revenue stream. That's the business that actually counts and matters. That's the business that makes a difference to your bottom line. And that's the business that allows you to get that word of mouth, the customers coming back into your door. So for the end of 2025, this is what we're looking at. This is what it's all going to come down to. 4 things. Number 1, curated experience packages. Bundle 3 to 5 UV DTF creations into a thoughtful gift box, and you're looking at like $75 to $150. You're not selling parts, guys. You're not selling transfers. You're selling the complete experience. And number 2, forging deep emotional connections. Creating plaques that resonate with life events, family bonds, pet milestones, new beginnings, and personalized video messages. You're selling feelings, not products. And number 3, we have to elevate with a premium presentation at the end of the day. I'm talking that LED lighting. That's going to be something that really drives up the perceived value. Those crystal clear acrylics, high quality materials, the luxury packaging, that unboxing moment that really changes everything. That is going to be the perceived value. And number 4, strategically position for a premium market. That's what I was talking about with the luxurious packaging. Having a compelling brand narrative allows you to charge higher price points. You're attracting customers who understand value, who understand good margins, and who also are stronger in their loyalty to you. This is the 2025 end of year roadmap. Premium, emotional, high ticket gifts that people actually want to buy. So that's your action plan, guys. Don't go try and do all of these at once. Maybe pick like 1 or 2 that you really want to light up and highlight on. And those are the ones that are going to, when you were watching this video, felt the most authentic to you, felt the most authentic to your brand, and then execute. Pick one, execute these simple 4-step systems. And I think step 1, validate everything. Post a mock-up to your local Facebook group, not your business page. Do it to like a community group and see which ones are actually getting like the OMG, can I buy this? Where is this? In the comment section. That actually lets you have the market tell you what to make, what to sell. And then step 2, pre-sell, guys. Open a 5-day pre-order window. Take the payment up front. That way you can actually use the money that your customers have given you up front to go buy your blanks in bulk, and you're never out of pocket any actual money. You have 0 inventory risk. Step 3, batch produce. Set aside days in a week for production. Don't answer any emails. Don't scroll Instagram. Put on a podcast and knock out those 20 units. That's how you can scale this without having to hire a big back-end team. And that leads me really well into step 4. Build the relationship. Every customer gets a personalized thank you from you, whether that is just like a handwritten letter, a video text message follow-up, even just a simple text message follow-up. I think that that's something that we've been doing in our business and has been a really impactful thing, but not automated. You want this to be like an actual real thing. We're trying to build our customer up to get them to know that they're buying from us, a real person. And then when that like 80, 75 days later rolls around, you can then contact that customer again with a handy dandy matching product for the next season. That way you're not chasing new customers. You're deepening the ones that you already have. You're contributing to the word of mouth, and you're getting customers that actually provide you lifetime value. That's how you can turn a side hustle into a salary. So here's the truth about pricing. Stop thinking about what it costs you. Start thinking about what it's actually worth to them, what the value that you're giving this person truly is. When you charge for the outcomes, for feelings, for the actual like preservation of just the memories, you're not competing with the dollar store anymore. You're competing with with like therapy, with those precious heirlooms, and you're creating heirlooms at the end of the day. So with this legacy and everything that I've said so far, it really allows you to name the price that you want to charge, because when you have all of these emotional connections built up, the customer is going to trust you, and the customer is going to be more willing to give you their money. So the difference between a hobby that actually like costs you money and a business that prints money is thinking this way, is thinking in terms of emotional connection, emotional feelings, thinking in bundles, selling the moment, not just selling a mug, and remembering that people, they don't really just buy products. They buy based off of a feeling. And if you're watching this, you've got the printers. You can print those feelings. It doesn't have to be as simple as transfers, t-shirts, whatever it is. You're printing dreams, memories, and feelings. So drop a comment down below. Tell me what bundle you guys are going to try first. And if you are looking, you guys want my exact vendor list, I've been doing these LED bases. I've been selling them on Etsy for a long time. Drop a comment. Let me know if you guys are interested. I can send you guys all of those over I have a whole like spreadsheet full of all of the vendors and suppliers that we have made on this. So once you guys are actually getting to the point where you've narrowed down which one of these you're going to be looking into, make sure that it's something that fits your brand, your image, and your company, and then stick to it, commit to it, and go all in. Hopefully this has been helpful, guys. Let me know if there's anything that you guys that I'm missing, that you guys are going to be doing this season yourself. Let me know if there's anything you guys want to see more of. Get subscribed. I'll see you in the next video.
In a world full of visions, dreams on the run, we needed a spark, now look what we've done. Just type it, describe it, watch it unfold. Design gins the magic, turning ideas to gold.